Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the roast of Donald Trump, a man who makes headlines faster than he makes sense. Trump is like a magician, but instead of pulling rabbits out of hats, he pulls lawsuits out of thin air. He's turned lawfare into a new Olympic sport, and he's going for gold by accusing everyone of mortgage fraud. I guess when your own house is built on shaky ground, you just assume everyone else's is too. Trump's been so busy targeting opponents, I'm surprised he hasn't accused his own reflection of conspiracy. But hey, at least he's consistent. He's got more enemies than a Bond villain, and he's as subtle as a wrecking ball in a glass house. Now, he's got his sights set on firing a top economist from Georgia. Apparently, her crime is being the first black woman on the Federal Reserve Board. Trump says he wants to drain the swamp, but it seems like he's just trying to drain the diversity. And speaking of draining, Trump wants to bring down Biden's advisors, calling them evil people. I guess it takes one to know one, right? If Trump had $1 for every time he called someone evil, he could finally afford to pay his taxes. But let's not forget his latest obsession, George Soros and his son. Trump wants them charged with racketeering. That's rich coming from a guy whose idea of financial planning is to file for bankruptcy. A strategy so effective, even his hair declared Chapter 11. Trump's building a maximalist government, which is just a fancy way of saying he's making the government as bloated as his ego. He's like a kid in a candy store, except the candy is power, and he's got a sugar high that could fuel a rocket to Mars. And let's not overlook his immigration policies that are causing labor shortages. Who knew that deporting workers would make it hard to find people to build walls? It's like shooting yourself in the foot and then blaming the shoe. But folks, the real magic trick is how Trump manages to turn every disaster into a business opportunity. He's the only guy who could look at a sinking ship and think, wow, what a great time to start a swimwear line. In closing, Trump is like a bad haircut. You keep hoping it'll grow on you, but it just gets worse over time. Thank you, and remember, in the world of Trump, reality is just an alternative fact away.